Today we are in Baishiyi in the west of Chongqing. Behind me is the headquarters of Swire Foods and also a production plant for a new Qinyuan bakery. In a few minutes we're going to go inside and we're going to tour the plant, and we're also going to meet with the financial director, Francis Tin, who's going to explain how the factory has dealt with the COVID-19 crisis. So let's go in and have a look. Today I'm sitting with Francis. He is the financial director of Swire Chongqing. He's kindly joined us today and is going to answer a few questions about production here at the factory during the outbreak of the COVID-19. So thank you very much for joining us today. So first of all, could you tell us a little bit about when the factory restarted production?
Actually, because we are one of the few selected enterprise to ensure the continuous supply of the necessity goods for the Chongqing. For our manufacturing plant, we haven't stopped. We carry on for the whole period.
Okay, so there was no effect on production at all?
In material terms, no effect at all. We keep on producing our products and to keep on the supply to the community.
So what proportion of the workforce are back at work now at the factory?
Most of them have been resumed during February. Some of them, because they are non-Chongqing residents, they need to be quarantined for 14 days. But by now, almost all of them have been finishing the quarantine period and go back to the production already.
Okay, so everything is back to normal in that respect.
Yes.
So how about the supply of raw materials? Has that been affected at all during the crisis?
In terms of our raw materials, there is no significant impact in terms of the timeliness and the quantity of delivery from our vendors. However, because of the epidemic controls like the face mask, the thermometer checking, and the sterilizer, those key items for our retail arms operation become a scarce resources that have some hindrance for our operation at the end.
Right, and how about the yearly sales target? So have sales figures been affected for this financial year because of the crisis?
Well, let's take it this way. We sell food. It's like a utility company. You cannot consume the food that you have not consumed in the future period. So from that angle, our annual target will be affected negatively. You can't force our consumer to consume 2 months' bread in 1 month.
Sure.
So we will try to catch up after the epidemics, but there will be negative impact.
So Francis, could you tell us what government supports your company has received during the crisis?
In terms of government support, they provide us professional guidance on how to tighten our hygiene control, specifically addressing to the epidemic outbreak. There are several government bodies telling us how to do it. Say, for example, how to check the staff body temperature, how to sterilize their hands, etc., how to strengthen that. This is the professional advice they have given us.
Could you tell us what safety precautions all of the workers have to take here on a daily basis?
Say, for example, before they can enter into the production line, everyone should have their body temperature scrutinized, and they have a stringent sterilizing process that you have just passed through. So that will ensure they will not bring in any virus or germs into the production line.
What about the delivery process? So during the crisis, did you have to alter your delivery methods to your...
Because of the outbreak, our retail outlet have been, during certain periods, shut down because of the office control. So our sales will be conducted primarily or proportionally to the online sales through certain agents like Meituan or Early Mall, this sort of platform, for our customer to order and then deliver through those agents.
Do you have any community projects here in Chongqing that have been affected by the COVID-19 crisis?
In the later half of February, we have actually donated 250,000 products to different parties like the police, the hospitals, or even various district departments to support them and to show our empathy and our support to them during the crisis.
So finally, could you describe the delivery process for us from the moment the product leaves the oven until the moment it reaches the customer's hand?
Basically, there are not much changes because the hygiene standard remained the same. But during the COVID-19 outbreak, we took the extra process, like for those product break, we need to wrap it in individual bags, plastic bags, to avoid the customer touching it. When it does it, we can have a whole bag without any customer touching it and then pass to another customer. So this is the extra step. Regarding to the delivery to our customer, we put more emphasis on our online sales, and we sold the product to our agent and then they deliver to the customer, just like Meituan, etc.